little bit of an overview or an introduction before we get started.
Yeah, I'm loving some of the names of these.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, I'm really delighted that we're going to be sharing a number of our ceremonial set oils. And these oils are really more of our esoteric type of line that are intended to support during ceremony and transitions, and really to help balance negative energies or attract more positive energies. And so, you know, what you were just speaking to, Jason, about the time of this new moon and the potency of all of this, these oils are a really powerful ally to have for all of us. Mm-hmm. So one of the first allies that I'm being called to share would be either our cosmic orgasm tincture and or our celestial tincture.
Oh,
Do you guys have celestial?
Yeah, we do.
We do, but we didn't know we were using it. But while we were setting up, I thought, I really want to know about this one. And let's start with that. The little tiny bottle.
Yeah, so celestial is a really magical blend of 6 different tree essences. And so this was originally a limited edition tincture intended for meditation, and it did become part of our regular product line because it's really powerful and profound. So the qualities and the feeling is very similar to the cosmic orgasm tincture. So the celestial tincture is a combination of balsam fir absolute, Moroccan cedar atlas, pinyon pine, New Caledonian sandalwood, muhuhu, and fir needle. And so these 6 different trees come together, and it really helps embody the energy of a tree. Just being able to transmute energy, bring it into your body, and ground your system. And when I find utilizing celestial, what I enjoy doing with the celestial and the cosmic orgasm is just a single drop on the tongue. Mm-hmm. So we can go ahead and do that.
Ours just doesn't have a dropper.
Okay, so for the little bottle, what you could do is tap the bottom of the vial, and it will squirt out one.
Whoa, that worked.
So pinyon pine is interesting because when I lived in Arizona up in the mountains there, we would get pinyon pine, and they're good for eating. The seed,
the sap,
and the little seed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the pine nut part.
Yeah.
What inspired the name for this, Nick?
What was the question? I didn't hear.
What inspired the name? I noticed the tree element of it with the celestial part.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, just that. You know, it's such a celestial formulation. You know, it's of the stars, but embodied and grounded into earth consciousness through the trees. Mm-hmm. And so the celeste tree-all, you know, the tree-all is the cute expression that this is 6 different tree essences combined in a celestial formula. Mm-hmm. So thanks for capturing that.
Feels like I made out with a tree.
Yeah.
But like in a good
tree hugging to the next level.
Yeah. What is muhuhu?
Muhuhu is it's a tree that is somewhat similar in quality to sandalwood. It's a little bit sweeter. It's more like the Hawaiian sandalwood variety compared to other sandalwoods like Indian or Australian. And the muhuhu is also very grounding and very helpful for the skin as well.
I actually want more of that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, the celestial is quite pleasant. What I notice both with the cosmic orgasm and or the celestial tinctures is within about 2 to 5 minutes, I feel deeper rooted within my body. And I find a clearer sense of calm within my mind. And so I find this to be a powerful ally before meditation, or if I'm setting intentions and I want to be more clear. I've had a very action-packed day getting everything ready and completely finished for our closing before our conversation today. And so I'm finding this to be very helpful for putting me a little bit deeper into my body, grounding me, and setting me present for this time that we're sharing today.
I definitely feel that. I had a really busy morning, a lot of driving, and I definitely feel that calmness.
I feel like kind of creating a little bit of presence. I was going to mention the meditation aspects because I noticed the sandalwood, and that's used a lot in, like, say, incense for meditation uses. Definitely feel that. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. No, it feels like I did a meditation, actually. Yeah.
Cool.
It's funny, after we ended the last call with you, we got after camera. I was still filming afterwards, but we were all so high. We were just sitting here like, oh my goodness, I could barely form a sentence at the end of that. Yeah. It was awesome. It was really good. All right, what's next?
Yeah. So this next formulation is a great formula for the office space and or the home environment, or when you're traveling. You can even use it in something like an airport or a public environment. So this formulation is called Purity. And Purity is a simple formula. It's just 3 oils, and it's so one of my mentors gave me a challenge in 2014, and this was a co-creative challenge between me and Ravi Das. And Ravi gave me the challenge of co-developing a ceremonial set that could be used in times of transition or plant medicine ceremonies such as ayahuasca. And Purity was the first formulation that got born on the Big Island, Hawaii. And so Purity is a combination of Palo Santo, CO2 extracted myrrh, and white sage. It's a very powerful formula for clearing energy in an environment. And so the way that I like to work with Purity is take a few drops in the hands. And I'm inviting you guys to be active and get up off the couch for this one. So you'll want to take just a few drops into the hands. Sometimes those brand new bottles take a few moments to kind of pop the seal. So take maybe 2 or 3 drops. You guys are welcome to breathe it in as you are doing. And the way that I like to work with Purity is because it's intended to clear the energy of an environment. What I do is I will walk around the room and I will snap. And so I really place a lot of emphasis of the oils.
Yeah, I've been clapping lately like this.
Oh, that's fun. I've never played with that one. So having the oils on the fingertips, what that does is the volatile oils on the fingertips, they aerate into the environment.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Usually what I notice is in about 5 to 10 seconds, there's a very profound, beautiful aroma that enters the space. And I also feel a lightening of the energy around me.
Yeah, my hands are buzzing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they're really relaxed, but they're also just like pulsing like crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of electric, huh?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I do
Kind
that.
of sparky.
I do this with psychic protection too.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
works pretty well.
so, the psychic protection and positive transmission, I didn't send positive transmission to you guys, but those 3 were the first initial formulations as part of our ceremonial set. And they were really intended to co-create with one another. And so, you mentioned Purity, or you mentioned using psychic protection, and that's the one that we're going to be sharing next. And so I want to really express clearly that the Purity and psychic protection are very powerful in conjunction with one another. So Psychic Protection is a formulation that it was a second formula that came through on the Big Island, Hawaii, with my mentor Ravi Das. And it's a combination of 9 oils. And at the time, I had never blended with about half of the oils in this mixture. And so this was really a purely divinely guided formulation. I sat in an ayahuasca journey, and I was asking about what oils and essences would help support the space. I got a very clear message about all of these unique plants. And so the very next day, I blended Psychic Protection. And I didn't know what it was for or how to use it, but that has become very clear over the years. So our Psychic Protection formulation is designed to clear negative energy around the person, around the individual, the man or woman. And it does so in a very powerful way. Sometimes after applying it, so the way that I work with Psychic Protection is I take a few drops into my hands, and then I will apply it in front of and in back of my body.
I love this one. Love this one.
And so sometimes the hairs on my arms will actually just shoot up.
Yeah.
Because the energy is just so lively from this blend.
Oh yeah.
And so this, I don't say this lightly. If I had to judge, I believe that this is the most powerful commercially available formulation that's ever come through me.
Wow.
This one to date is just, it's such a powerhouse, and it's supportive for all types of individuals. For people that travel, it's helpful for people that travel. It's helpful for CEOs of company, people that work in an office, anyone that deals with anger or stuck emotion. These are just some use cases. But the way that I describe it is that it really poses a solid energetic reset button immediately. And so at the moment, there's some discording energy. You can apply it around your body, and the negative energy or the situation, it helps move it away from you. So this is a very powerful blend, and I'm happy to share it with all of you.
Wow. Yeah, it's interesting because we use it after a session when we work with somebody.
Yeah.
Working with somebody, there's a lot of energy and a lot of exchange. And then right after, we just put it all over. We even do it in the room too, to clear the energy in the room.
Is that a good one for snapping?
Yeah. Yep.
Is there a specific way that you would use it in conjunction with purity?
So what I like to think is that purity is for really clearing the energy of an environment and kind of lightening it. The Psychic Protection is for clearing. I feel like it's very powerful for the individual person to shift the energy. And then positive transmission really allows more positive energy and light into a person's field. So I usually use all 3 of them in tandem.
Wow, that's really powerful. I had a quick question about one of the ingredients, the cardamom in there. I
Yeah.
know that a lot of your oils have spices that are used a lot in like Indian cooking, especially like chai. Because I was literally making some the other day, and I was like, oh man, like through Nick's oils, there's a lot of clove, cardamom, we use cinnamon, sometimes turmeric, star anise. There's also a large clove that has very smoky flavor. So I was wondering if you could create a chai blend and what that would be beneficial for, and fennel as well, because I see them all in your oils, and I was wondering them together might be something interesting.
Yeah. So that's amazing, Manvinder. So I actually have a formulation called Chai Perfect.
Oh, perfect.
And what's amazing is that so thanks for creating that now some years back, right?
Yeah. Amazing.
I think Chai Perfect came through me in 2014 as well. And so it's a combination of 8 different spices and oils. Let's see if I remember them. I think we got cardamom, cinnamon bark, CO2 extracted star anise, and vanilla. We have black pepper, fresh ginger. And then there's 2 other oils, clove. I don't think I said clove yet. And so that's 7 of the 8. And it's delicious. It's spicy. It's
definitely a classic chai.
Yep. Yeah.
Now I want chai
I want
tea.
that.
Yeah.
I know what
You
we're
know
doing.
what he's doing later.
Yeah, some of my favorites are there's cloves, and actually we use another one that's called, we call it a big clove. That's the Indian translation, and it's like slightly larger and has a very smoky kind of campfire taste to it.
Cool.
That's a really fun one to play with.
Do you know what the botanical name is by chance?
I'm not 100% sure, but I will send it to you. Yeah, that one would be a cool one. I wanted to actually send that one to you to play with.
Okay, amazing. Yay.
Awesome.
Man, Minder's a real alchemist, so yeah.
Especially when it comes to food.
That's wonderful.
Food is
Yeah,
frequency, right?
Say it again.
Food is also frequency, so it's all in the same plate.
Oh.
And that's so fun that you had the chai idea and then he already had the.
Oh, sure. I probably just
the
channeled it
oil.
from Nick. Yeah.
That's fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, what's next? Let's do it.
Yeah.
I love that one.
So this next formulation that I would love to share is called our prosperity formula. So prosperity is really about helping to speak your truth and also the clarity of one's path.
Just dump this all over me.
I'm sure everyone can benefit from more prosperity in the world.
That's right.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So let me show you all how I enjoy using this first, and then I'll talk about it. And really pay attention to how your body feels and if anything opens up as you're using this. So 2 to 5 drops inside of the palm, rubbing the palms together and applying it around the throat area and around the stomach area and lower back, and then directly on the throat, and then directly on the stomach and lower back.
Okay, that already feels good.
Just by watching it, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, these oils transmit those codes even electronically, I see sometimes.
So you do the entropic field or the outer first, and then you apply it topically.
Exactly.
Because I'm always in a rush to just get it right on. So
this one is called prosperity.
oh wow. You're not gonna be able to shut me up now.
Oh no.
That's great.
We should have had this oil earlier.
Actually, I may paint a picture today.
Oh, I love that. Cool.
Good one for new moon, I guess. We're all manifesting right now.
So this
Yeah.
is
Oh, that's such a different.
This is really important though, Nick, what you've
Different.
created, because in society we're trained not to speak what's on our mind and to push a lot of things down. So I think for somebody who's learning to express themselves, like I remember when we were working on our own transformations in the last 2 years, you know, I would feel bad asking things, or I wouldn't say my opinion because I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. And so that's been a tough journey unwinding that habit. And so this could facilitate that and help somebody who's trying to open up a bit. So also Libra owns the throat. So if you're a Libra sign or Libra, this one would be good for you too.
Awesome.
Well.
Yeah. So I'll speak the ingredients. Prosperity is a combination of royal Hawaiian sandalwood, cistus, vetiver, spikenard, sweet marjoram, and red mandarin.
That
mandarin is
I
nice.
think that's what is making it really unique.
It's a little bit of a citrus note. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
On the back of the palate. Subtle notes of citrus.
Yeah.
And I can feel it in my
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
It's very calming too.
Yeah, this one's powerful. I've had sore throats when I've applied this around my throat in that region. I realized that so I've had the sore throat dissolve within about 5 to 15 seconds before. And this has happened maybe about twice in my life. And what had occurred during those periods was I started moving some emotion and realized that I wasn't speaking my truth. I wasn't communicating my full truth with someone in my life, and it was manifesting in my body as pain and lack of expression. And so this is a real powerful one for moving the emotion, speaking, and helping to support taking action. So yeah, prosperity is a really powerful formula. And when someone really receives the codes that this oil offers, it can be a catalyst for powerful transformation.
The taking action. I think
that's interesting.
This is awesome.
We should do the thyroid reset at the same time.
Yeah, I actually did do it for myself, but
so
let's do it.
Do you want to
maneuver
right now?
Yeah, let's do it. So you're going to take your right hand, you're going to put it right in the middle of your neck and just lightly pull the skin up.
Yeah.
And then left hand on the back.
Yeah, so Nick, it's just a light little pressure up.
And then with the oils on your hands, it'll just double it. So we're going to breathe together through the mouth. Breathe in. 2. 3. In through the nose. 2. 3.
Wow. It really does actually relax the fascia around the throat. I can feel it softening right away. Wow.
Yeah. My voice feels softer.
Yeah.
I had that little hum down there.
Yeah.
You have a little tight spot right here, and I can feel it when I look up, and now it's like totally not restricting me.
I still have a bit.
Just a little bit, but it feels softer, like we stretched or did something.
I love that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always think yeah.
Feels like I have a longer neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally when you feel around, you can feel the texture of the fascia, and it has a little bit of stiffness or hardness in terms of texture. And when you put this on, it immediately just got really soft and kind of like fluffy.
This one's nice. Yeah, I feel a deep sense of inner peace, way more still than how my day has been very busy. And I also feel really clear with my messaging as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that as well.
Cool.
All right.
That's a great one for me because I am going to start painting today. And so that was the perfect one for me.
Yeah. I think celestial and prosperity is a great synergy for creativity.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. What's next?
That was fun. Love
Yeah. So this next one, this one is very special as well. This one is called Sacred Ritual. And Sacred Ritual is a combination of CO2 extracted frankincense carteri, Moroccan cedar atlas, a distilled lime, CO2 extracted nutmeg. It has peppermint, rosemary, and vetiver as well. And, I'm curious about, after you guys smell it.
it's just uplifting and I'm ready to do something now. And I haven't inhaled it.
Cool. I'm wondering if you guys want to use your intuition and lead how we use this oil this round. Does that sound fun?
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me smell it.
This one is Sacred Ritual.
Oh, I love the smell of that one.
Sacred Ritual is a popular one.
I can get a little bit of that rosemary.
Oh, yeah.
I've never thought of combining that with peppermint. Wow.
Rosemary and peppermint are very nice allies. The frankincense really adds a high crisp note to that as well. And the nutmeg really spices up the formulation. Vetiver and cedar really add a solid base and help to ground the formula. So it's a pretty powerful formula, both very grounding, but also expansive and helpful for setting intention and to drop deeper into meditation as well.
I am feeling it really like down here. Like I'd like to rub it around.
Okay, let's do
Whatever
that.
that feels like.
Yeah, almost around like solar as well.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm getting it along the whole all chakras.
Yeah, I was really getting into your heart and solar.
Yeah.
For me.
Cool.
Just feeling a bit more
I think
buzzy
most of
around
these,
there.
I just want to dunk myself.
Yeah, can we shower in these?
I want to cook with this mix. Like,
I
this would be
was
really good with
saying,
mushrooms, actually.
we
Make
could-
them nice and steaky.
We will do that tonight, actually, and we'll let you know how that turns out.
Yeah, I rubbed mine on my third eye first. Yeah, that was where I was getting it, but
Cool.
and I feel like I want to come into balance when I'm using it.
Cool. So I applied it to my my core, just as Cynthia had suggested, and I'm feeling a sense of warming and tingling. Like I feel more fortified around my base, and I also rubbed it up and back around my chakra region, as both you gentlemen were kind of talking about. And Jason, lots of times I will actually apply it to my third eye. I'll close my eyes and I'll rotate in a clockwise fashion, rotating out, and really helping to, quiet the mind, set intention, visualize where I'm going. And so that's how I like to process and work with the sacred ritual as well.
That's really cool. I actually use peppermint quite a bit when we're doing fascial maneuvers because it tends to really relax along the meridians. So if there's really tight areas, like I'll put it on a little bit on my neck, lower back, just kind of running it along the meridians, and it seems to have a similar effect where it's increasing flow.
Cool. Experiment with our PRI, our pain relief ice formulation, in the same way.
Right.
I'd be curious to hear how it compares to your experience with a standard peppermint.
Right. Yeah, that would be really cool. If we were to heat these oils, does it mess with the structure or character of it? Like, say, if we were to try cooking with them, is that something you would suggest trying?
Yeah. The warmer or the hotter the molecules get, the higher the likelihood of damaging the molecules there is. For instance, when you're nebulizing or when you're diffusing essential oils in a diffuser, it would be better not to heat the molecules and to use something like an ultrasonic vibration to aerate the molecules, because then the molecules are not changing through reactivity, because when they're heated, it increases the likelihood that those aromatic molecules could get destroyed or interact with one another. And so, lower temperatures are better if you're going to be combining. I use the oils for culinary purposes on occasion myself, both for raw dishes and or when I'm preparing a cooked meal. Examples of that would be our CO2 extracted rosemary or garlic, black pepper. There's so many amazing, delicious culinary extracts, lemongrass, lemon, lime, the list goes on and on. So the goal would be maybe infuse them towards the end of the preparation. So you're minimizing the amount of heat and time that the oils would get exposed to heat, and you can add it in at the end. That would kind of be how I approach it.
So you have those culinary oils also? Yeah,
we definitely have a line of oils which can be used for culinary purposes. Obviously one would want to be mindful and kind of minimize their use. The essential oils are very powerful, and one drop goes a long way. Usually about one drop in about 8 to 16 ounces of a meal or a beverage is kind of a great place to experiment with. And I don't oftentimes ingest oils every day unless it's for a specific purpose, like I'm not feeling well and I'm really wanting to charge my immune system. But they're wonderful to have on hand and to really energize your foods and bring a special vitality and a burst of flavor to them.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
How fun.
It's also interesting. I realized today, like since we've had the oils, I've been using them every single day, playing around with them, testing them.
Mhm.
And today I went up to them and I was like, wow, my body's actually satiated. Like,
Yeah.
like it's what, it's been about 3-4 weeks now since we've had them, but it's taken that amount of time for my body to say like, okay, now it's really just picking when I need it. Before I was testing, I was experimenting, I was using it and I was enjoying it, but I was still going with what my body was saying. And now it's like, you know, you don't need this right now. You don't have to take this because I'm satiated. Yeah.
Beautiful reflection, Jason. I found from my own experience that for me, the oils have really taught me a deeper understanding of my own body and have taught me of a higher baseline of health. And so once you recognize and continue to detox and get healthier and healthier, you start recognizing that higher level of baseline within your body with and without the oils. And so I feel the oils are a powerful feedback loop to take us to a higher level of vitality. And also, as I continue to get healthier and healthier, I find that as long as I'm in my balance, I'm able to stay at that higher level of vitality with and or without the oils. So I love that you're really tuning into that. My own journey was a much deeper dive, like using the oils multiple times, ingesting multiple drops in single sessions. And I did that for several years of just a really deep dive, deep experiment within my own physiology. And as I continue to get healthier and more clear within my body, I recognized that less was more for my body, and that it taught me a deeper level of self-respect for my health and also a deeper relationship with the world of the plants. And so I love that you're tuning into a version of that lesson.
Yeah. It's interesting because it's definitely, I mean, we're always tuning in for what our body wants and doesn't want. And it's pretty, I'm just astounded by how quickly our bodies adapt to having these for the last month, that I'm at that point where I'm satiated and it's now picking and choosing when I really need it. So it's cool.
I felt a
You felt the
similar
same?
way yesterday, and I was more intentional today of what I actually did pick, and it was one instead of 6 or
it starts
10.
with like, oh, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then eventually it's like, okay, just this one today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fun. Okay, next. So what do we got?
got a few more.
Yeah. So the next one that we're going to be sharing is called our Frank Myrrh and Gold formulation. And at the time of this filming and conversation, it's March. And this March, this is actually the essential oil that is our Wizard Alchemy offering to our Alchemy tribe members. And so this is a very special oil. And you guys, do you guys have the tincture and or the oil?
Just the oil.
Okay, so both formulations are incredibly amazing. The Frank Myrrh and Gold is a combination of 3 different types of frankincense, a steam distillation and a CO2 extract of myrrh, and an alchemical extraction of gold. And so Frank Myrrh and Gold is, inspired by the story of the 3 kings. And I'm going to use, since I have the tincture right here, I'm going to take a single drop and I'm going to put that on my tongue and apply my tongue to the roof of my mouth. And I'm going to take a deep inhalation in through my lungs.
Oh, that's different. Do we do that too with ours?
That's for the tincture.
Oh,
I would say, so this is a tincture formulation. With the Frank Myrrh and Gold oil, I like to apply it around my auric field. You can experiment with putting it on the core. Sometimes I'll do a third eye application.
yeah.
It's also pleasant on the bottom of the feet. So have at it. Explore what feels right.
So when we first got this one, I naturally put that on my third eye.
This
Hmm.
one,
And-
I was using this one quite often as well, doing that.
Mhm.
For some reason, my body kept wanting to use this one.
These are very high frequency extracts in Frank Myrrh and Gold. And I find that it really lifts the vibration. And yeah, I find a deep level of peace, and it's also really helpful in focusing. And so using this for meditation or to set your day off in a good way are some of my favorite uses for Frank Myrrh and Gold. It's also very compatible with celebrating ceremony and transitions, such as a new child coming into the environment and or someone transitioning. I really feel that this helps to move a lot of transitioning energy.
So I did notice that you, when you took it and you put the one drop on your tongue. Now, before you would curl your tongue and we would inhale it that way. This one, you put the tongue to the roof of the mouth. So
Yep.
what's the technique?
Yep. So it's kind of an intuitive technique. You guys may know more about meridians than I do. I've been told that there's a certain circuit that closes and connects when you touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And so with the frankincense and myrrh, when I'm putting it to the roof of my mouth, I am setting the intention of connecting all of my circuits and getting the frankincense and myrrh in through my lungs and into my body. That's kind of my technique associated with that.
That's super powerful. I'm not exactly sure which meridians there are, but there are quite a few actually on the roof of your mouth. A lot of ancient Sanskrit is actually written so that when you speak certain vibrations, it connects with a certain meridian on the roof of your mouth. And
Wow.
that generates a more powerful effect. Yeah, it's like really cool stuff.
I love that. Thanks for adding that. I don't know why the name the governing meridian or the governing circuit perhaps pops into my mind. That may or may not be the channel that gets connected.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people push their tongue into the roof of the mouth for DMT release. Like if you do DMT breathing or just want to activate the pineal gland, you push your tongue up into the roof of the mouth. It puts pressure, and then that pressure goes right up into the pineal gland.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
we're doing pellets, right?
Yeah, we were playing with it. So if you actually use your mouth and seal off the whole roof of your mouth, it actually creates a bit of a pump when you use your sacral and you breathe, because it's actually enclosing and creating pressure in the system.
Oh, that's fun.
Way to play with it, and breathing with it, you might get some different results.
Would you be inspired to lead us in a minute or two of that right now?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Yeah, awesome. Fabulous.
Which one do you want to do? Like
We could do just palate swipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have that tincture and you put it up to the palate, there's two ways you can do the palate swipe: with your thumb or with your tongue. So Nick, you're using the tincture, so you can use your tongue. We'll use our thumb for this one.
We probably have some on our thumbs anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll cross our right foot over the left. You can do this sitting down or standing. And then you're gonna take your right hand, put it on your left shoulder, left hand on top. And if you want to use your tongue, what you're going to do is you're going to swipe the palate or the roof of your mouth from the right side all the way to the left side. You're going to come back down, and then you're going to do that 6 times. Okay, if you're using your thumb, you're going to go right to the roof of your mouth with it, and you're going to swipe from right to left. Okay, so let's do it together.
The nice firm pressure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
You might even get some adjustments. Like if you're, Nick, if you use your thumb, you can generate a bit more pressure. You might even get popping, cracking in the head too. Bone adjustments. What do you feel?
Wow. There's yeah, almost a deep sense of euphoria, or maybe expansion is an even clearer expression. There just feels like there's so much space in my mind right now. The synergy of the Frank Myrrh and Gold tincture with applying it to the tongue and applying to the roof of my mouth was very powerful. I feel like I want to walk a little circle right now.
Yeah.
Do a little figure 8.
Let that integrate. Yeah.
Yeah, you might even feel in your hips, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, what tends to happen is that palate has a slight rotation to the right. And so the hips have to counterbalance to the left to maintain balance in the body. And so when we swipe that palate back, what it does is it resets the cranial bones, but it pushes that palate back into place so the hips reset. So there's less tension in the body globally. So when we walk, it's a lot easier. Yeah.
I love doing the palate swipe with a little bit of oil.
I definitely felt it soften the palate for me a little bit.
And I had more expansion through here.
You kind of push it around a little more.
Thanks for experimenting with me. That was great.
Yeah, it's awesome to see what kind of maneuvers and whatnot we can combine these oils with once we have these conversations. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how you guys further integrate them into the practices.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Okay.
Shall we play with I believe our last oil for the day. This one is called Ascension.
Oh, nice. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a very good one
I like
for
this
today.
one,
This
yeah.
one would be good for Gary.
It would be. It's quite perfectly divinely timed. So Ascension is a really powerful blend of 6 different oils. It has red champaca absolute, Litsea cubeba, rhododendron, which is great for clearing, lemon, ravensara, and hinoki wood. And this was a co-creation with my business partner, Carter Lipnick. And this blend I find to be very cleansing and uplifting. And there's a very unique quality that I've tended to notice, and that is so first thing that I'd like to do to use this blend is take a few drops in our hands and let's apply it around our auric field, and just pay attention to what your body feels during this process.
It's making my feet want to move.
Yeah.
It's like my feet are wanting to move.
Things are getting brighter for me in my eyes. Yeah. My awareness of my surroundings has increased quite significantly. Yeah.
It's almost like we've charged the battery up a little.
Yeah, my peripheral just went way back.
Cool.
I can see the trees out on the
Yeah, expanded.
Yeah.
Very expanded.
It's almost like when there's a cloud in front of the sun and it slightly moves and then everything is
Yeah, the lemon is very bright, and as is Litsea cubeba. Litsea cubeba is it's a fruit that is almost like a pepper, but it's very sweet. It's almost aromatically similar to a tropical lime. And I find it to be very cleansing for clearing energy and stuck emotion. And so the rhododendron is very grounding and protective. And the red champaca is a really supportive heart energy. And so this blend, we could take the rest of the oil on our hands and now massage it into the bottom of my feet. This is one of my favorite parts of this oil, actually. So I'm taking off my socks here, and pay attention to what you feel on the bottom of your feet, if anything.
Well, the minute I inhaled it, my feet started moving.
They're getting lighter, very much lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's like my energetic is coming up and the physical is coming down. It's like this.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
It's like a light grounding.
Yeah, the body is feeling relaxed, but the energy is shooting up.
Okay, cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
You want
smells like it's really, whenever we kind of are trying to see what oils really connect with us, usually the one that smells really, really good is the one we need at the moment. And then certain ones won't smell as attractive depending on what your feels like. But for this one, no matter when I smell it, it's like, I need this.
That can be the case for sure. Something that's interesting is I've also seen a phenomenon of the opposite, where sometimes an oil that is almost repulsive to a person sometimes can help clear a block that a person is facing.
Oh, interesting.
Wow. Yeah, it's probably either extreme.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
So I want to share that if you were to rotate the bottle and read the tagline, what's funny is it's very close to your guys' description of this oil.
Wow,
it says energy rising.
Energy rising.
Wow.
I just now noticed that they have a tagline.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, we did.
I saw that last time, but I didn't read this one.
I've never actually read them. Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's going to be a whole new experience now.
Yes, that's fabulous.
Wow.
Yeah. So I feel a tingling and a brightness in the bottom of my feet. Like I feel like I want to jump up and down.
Yeah.
My feet were ready to just walk away.
Yeah. Well, I think we're getting close to that time. Maybe one closing share about Ascension is this was actually formulated with Carter Lipnick on December 2019. And so this Ascension oil channeled through us a month before this the global pandemic started playing out.
It was December 21st, 2019 when it switched. Energetically, whoosh, the Aquarian age opened up. So that's interesting.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that it wanted to be called Ascension, and it's Ascension. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that. That's
Oh,
awesome.
wow.
Okay.
That
So
together.
you guys have any questions, and or do any of our friends from TikTok or Zoom have any questions for us?
Saw Ellen was answering most of them. I wonder if Ellen has any that she wasn't able to answer. Let's see.
It's so fun.
No questions, Ellen? She says no questions.
We're all good. Okay.
Perfect.
You guys?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna ask like one thing. Since we've been removing a lot of like chemicals from our lives and adding kind of the organic counterparts, especially for things like soaps and laundries, would these be really good to add in for, say, something like a soap or like in your dryer instead of using, you can put little drops on those balls and whatnot. These seem like they would be amazing for that.
They are. I use the pure oils in my washer myself. And so you definitely can. The oils that are infused in a carrier oil may slightly stain depending upon the surfactant that you're using for the clothes. And so I would say a majority of the pure oils, so any of our pure CO2 extracts, steam distilled oils, would be great candidates for including with your choice of detergent. And you could use them on the dryer balls as well. As I would imagine, as long as they're not flammable. That would be one concern that I have. So you may want to stay away from any flammable oils. Lemon or frankincense could be examples of some flammable oils.
Cool.
And any of our blends, a majority of our blends are infused in fractionated coconut oil. And so there could be some risk, depending on the surfactant you're using, that there could be a very small stain on some or one of the pieces of clothing. So that would just kind of be my little warning disclaimer, if you will.
What are your go-tos? Which ones do you use for your?
So personally, I use Trinity, or I'll use lemon or tea tree. If something is moldy, I might combine lemon, tea tree, oregano, and or use a pure version of our Candida formula. Yeah, I think coral waves is really pleasant as well. But Trinity is my usual go-to, and Trinity is rosemary, peppermint, and lavender.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This Candida one always smells really good.
Yeah, it does. I think when I was me and Cynthia were trying to find which ones had those chai ingredients, and I was like, there was one that had it, and it was this one. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think
Cinnamon
it was
leaf.
cloves of fennel, maybe.
Yeah. So that one.
Oregano, it's got some oregano.
So
Oh, yeah, it does,
could you
yeah.
tell us a little bit more about this one, Nick?
So Candida was a formulation, and I think we're talking about it a little bit deeper next week. Do you want me to give you a little teaser right now?
No.
Let's
Save
do it
for
next week. Next week.
Cliffhanger.
Yes,
Yeah,
cliffhanger.
yeah.
I gotta tune in
Yeah.
next week.
That's a good spot.
So with that, Nick, would you like to just give an overview of what we'll be going through next week for the listeners?
So next week was just a simple brief overview of some oils, synergy formulas that I've found to support with respiratory and also the immune system. And so this one is going to be really helpful for people that enjoy taking care of their health.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Perfect.
looking forward to it.
Yes.
So that will be next Wednesday, March 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll be on a Zoom webinar. If you guys want to register for that, just go to the link in our bio, Essential Oil Series, you can sign up. We'll also be on the TikTok, so you guys can join in from there. Anything
Discount
else?
code as well.
Oh yeah, discount code. So guys, if you have the oils at home, feel free to bring them and use them. If you would like to get one of these blends, you can go to the link in our bio and it'll take you right to Nick's website, essentialoilwizardry.com, and you can use the affiliate code Human Garage. Whenever you use that code, it supports us in our mission to get free content out to you guys on how to heal yourself and help your friends and family.
Yes.
So thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you, Dr.
This was
Nick.
so fun.
This was fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, everyone has been just amazing, and they just get better, and it's just awesome. Appreciate
love
you
it.
so much.
Thanks, Nick.
Absolutely. Appreciate you all too.
Yes, we'll be
You
in
too.
touch.
All right. Have a
Okay.
wonderful rest of your day.
It's
Awesome.
fun to watch too. And then you'll be all caught up, and then you can join us next week.
Mhm.
Let's do a nice binge watch.
Yeah, they're good to think about. All
Okay.
right, bye everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Ellen. Appreciate you
Appreciate you.
joining us.